What's good, YouTube? Ben here. Welcome to the next video on the channel. In this one, I'm going to give you part 3 to my first shell challenge on Sims 4. Let's get into this. Right, okay. So, in the last episode, we left off with the bedroom. We finished it. So, now, there is one thing I was told by one of my viewers that I need to add to the bathroom, which is a sink. So, we are going to add a sink to the bathroom because I completely forgot to add one, which is definitely not good. So we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and do that. One small thing before we go further with everything else. Perfect. Let's get a black sink and we'll pop that in right there. There we go. Now we have a sink. So now we've done the sink, we can go ahead and start off with the kitchen. But first, I need to add on a back door, and I'm just going to remember which door I used for the entrance, because I want to use the same door to keep things symmetrical. I think it's that one. It looks like that one. And then we're just going to go ahead. Yeah, it's the same door. And then we're just going to go ahead and place that right here. Boom. Perfect. So now we have our door to the back garden. Right, with that in mind, let's go ahead, aerial view it. So what I need to do is I need to segment this part off. So we need a little bit for our dining area, a little bit for our living area. Basically, the living room, dining area are going to have the same carpet, and then the kitchen's going to be like a wooden flooring, because at least over here in the UK, a lot of kitchens are done through wooden floor. So if we say do this area for the kitchen, yeah, because if we do that, there we go. That's going to give us more than enough room to get all the appliances in that we need. So to kick things off, we're going to go with our countertops. What countertops though? These ones actually look quite nice, but that's used. We want brand new. There we go. And then we're going to go for a contemporary style, so more like a grey. And I'm just going to fit a couple in. No, that's not what I needed to do. Thank you very much. Perfect. So pop counter there, counter there, counter there, counter there, counter there. Then we take it off of aerial view. I need to add in a stove, one of a similar design. That is perfect, and it's the same color. Oh, you're joking. Oh, that's a stove top. Okay, never mind. We're not using that one. Let's have a little look. I can't. Is that leveled? Oh, it is leveled. It didn't look leveled for a second there. That's definitely level. That's fair. Then we're going to go for this one again. Get it into the silver style. Boom. There we go. So that gives us a connection point for all of this stuff, along with we're going to need cabinets. And I just want a cabinet style that resonates. That looks good. And I'd say that that looks pretty fire. I like having a lot of overhead for a kitchen, purely because there's a lot you can do with it. We need to have a look at a sink. That is a very, very, very nice sink. We'll pop the sink there right in the corner. It doesn't need to like be in any specific spot, but I do kind of like that being there. We're also going to need a smoke alarm, which we're going to go ahead and pop right up here. So we have a smoke alarm to make sure that everything is protected, because we're definitely going to need to do that. I'm not adding in a fire prevention system. There is literally no point. Although what I do want to add is a drying rack, if I can find a nice looking one. I'm gonna type in dish and just see what pops up. So you can have like a wall mounted one, or you could have one of like this, which is a daily dish rack. Might add this one, to be fair, because there's not many choices. But at least then this would give me the option to do anything else with, so that's great. We have our little dish rack. Now, if we go back to the kitchen room, we're going to add a microwave, definitely. We have a microwave. We've got our oven. We need a fridge, which is fine. That's going to go right here. And I do like the design of that one. Can we get it in a more suitable? Yes, we can. Perfect. It would be... There we go. Now we have our refrigerator. And that melds in with it. We don't need that to happen. It's either that or I could put it over here, sort of adjacent to the door to give us more of a... Oh, no, because if I do that, I then can't have the microwave. Pop it there. We have that. I just want something to go here. Just so that we've got... I need to add a window as well, actually. Which is fine, I can do that. Adding in a window won't be too difficult. They don't need to be big windows or anything, just a window would be nice. So, what are we going for next? Got stove. We need a bin. I could put a bin here. There we go. We have a trash receptacle, which is very nice. And then we're going to go with a window set. What we're going to use, I just want a small window. Sliding window would be very helpful here, actually. Right there. That looks like it intersects perfectly. So we have a sliding window. I'm also going to pop one... Oh, where are they there? Right on this side as well. So that we have a lot of light coming in. And it looks a lot fresher, which is great. I then also want to add in a flooring. I want to add the same flooring, actually. Go from here. Go, and then I'm going to focus on this room. I've got time. I'm going to do it in the next episode, but I've got time, actually. We'll get carpet. Don't have a ton of choices, do we? Might go for this. Oh, no, that looks terrible. We're not going to go for that. Classic carpet. Okay. Right, we need to get rid of that so I can then move freely without having to intersect. You know what? I might just add the same flooring for the whole thing. Yeah, because that just looks... the issue I have, though, is I then run into the issue of having it not look... I don't know, you know. Could go for a classic carpet. My problem now, though, is there's not a carpet that's similar in style to this or in color-wise. That's my only concern. I like that carpet, but is there a coloration scheme that actually looks quite nice, to be fair? That looks pretty sick. I like that. And then just need to sort out a wall pattern for the kitchen, because the wall pattern for the kitchen and living room will be slightly different. So for the kitchen, it should just be the same all the way around. Decision. And then if we do a slightly different coloration for the living room. Yeah, and then if we use the standard coloration for raise, I know we want to raise the walls. Cool. I quite like the way this is going. So in the next video of this series, we'll get this part done, and then the final video will be the front and back gardens. So if you want to see more like this on YouTube, don't forget you can support the channel completely for free just by liking, commenting, and subscribing. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget you can also support the channel even further by becoming a channel member from as little as 99 pence per month. And don't forget I do live stream. When I go live here on YouTube and over on Twitch and on TikTok all at the same time. My streams here on YouTube are in the shorts form feeds, more for mobile. If you want to catch the exact same streams at the exact same time in full 1080p, feel free to join me on Twitch. That link is in the description below.